you know
The Muffin Man?
that if the Muffin Man, did you know that if it is too hot outside, it will cause bees to ejaculate to death?
All right, then.
So apparently, and this is the thing, look it up. When bees get stressed out, they ejaculate. Who doesn't? But apparently, yeah, when bees get stressed out, they ejaculate. What happens when a bee ejaculates is pretty much the same thing when a bee stings you. Yeah. Like, it just eviscerates their abdomen and they die.
Nice.
Right? Well, the insane heat that has been going on lately has been making these certain types of bees, worker bees specifically, stressed out from all the heat, which in turn is making them come to death. And that's just an interesting fact.
Yeah, so all the bees are coming and going.
They're coming and going, man. It's like, save the bees. Turn the AC on out in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I hate to say it, but I think the bees are done for. And then all the rest of us will be done for too.
I was going to say, we're going to have to develop artificial bees, and then that gets into that one Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
That's a fucking movie length, and it's so good.
Yeah.
About the bees. I recommend anyone go check that episode out of Black Mirror about the bees.
Yeah, that was a fucking good episode.
Good fucking episode.
Check out every episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, there's a new season. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, no, I haven't. Well, I don't have Netflix anymore, so.
Oh, man. I don't got you. Wink. Although I think they've like cracked down now where it's like they're going to see you logged in North Carolina and be like, hold the fuck on.
Yep. You got to pay an extra $8 a month for someone else to log in on Netflix.
Well,
yeah,
man, there's a glorious thing about the internet.
The internet's a great, great place. Many of oceans of data.
Many of oceans to take boats out on.
Yeah. Get
Fantastic.
peg legs and eye patches.
I've been thinking about what to watch next with Brandy because I picked American Horror Story, right? So we've been watching the season Cult. Did you ever watch American Horror Story?
Yes.
Did you see the Cult season?
Yes. I think so.
Very different.
I saw up to the 80s slasher season.
Okay, I think that was the one. Oh, was that the one before or after Cult? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's a weird season.
Yeah, is it the one where they were like in the like that circular building underground? Was that Cult?
That is Apocalypse.
Okay.
So that was the season after Cult because Cult causes some shit. But Cult is very political.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah. And I also...
Yeah, I did watch it. Because it had Evan Peters?
Evan Peters. Yeah, he plays the psychotic cult leader guy.
Yeah, the long blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I have seen it.
Well, so there's been multiple times where me and her are laying up on the couch watching it. And there will be like a gay sex scene or something happening. And she just looks over at me like, what do you have me watching right now? Yeah. And I'm like, this is a weird season. Even when I told Nate, because Nate's a big American Horror Story fan, he was like, what season are y'all watching? I said, Cult. And he went, ooh, that's a weird one. And I went, yeah it is. It really is. So I've been thinking about what to watch with her next. Maybe Black Mirror. Although I might pick something with a little levity. I
can tell you what you should watch. Twisted Metal. I'm halfway into that show, and it is fucking amazing. Sweet Tooth may be the best character development on television, or character adaptation that I've ever seen.
Do you know who plays Sweet Tooth? Not the voice, but the body of Sweet Tooth.
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. It's so cool,
he fucking
man.
kills it.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the voice, but I think it's
Will
awesome.
Arnett.
I love Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett's
beautiful.
the voice. And it's kind of digitized to be lower than his normal voice, but it's Sweet Tooth in that show is flawless. And then like Agent Stone is in it.
I've heard it's hilarious.
Anthony Mackie plays John Doe, which my buddy Bill was telling me he's supposed to be Roadkill from the games. Like, it's just It's such a fucking good show. It's gruesome. It's funny as hell.
You let me know if my favorite character shows up, Mr. Grimm.
Yeah.
With that motorcycle, bro, that was always my favorite.
So it opens up with Anthony Mackie like running from vultures in a mall. And he like one of those like directory things. He's trying to figure out how to get out of the mall. And he's just like doing donuts around this directory. And he's like, ooh, they got a Foot Locker. And then like he kills the guy who's chasing him. And then he's like, as he's driving out, you see him drive by the Foot Locker and just reach out of the car and grab a pair of Jordan 1s. Like, it's such a fucking good show. Or have you guys watched Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer biopic?
I don't know about her. I have not seen it.
You should watch that too. That's freaky as hell. Very American Horror Story-esque, but the shit actually happened in real life.
Yeah. I'm up for it too, because like I like picking things out to watch with her and stuff, because it gives us something to do, you know, while we're like not just like sitting around doing nothing.
Oh yeah.
But also like it gives us something to talk about as well.
I've been trying to watch The Boys with Diana, and we've seen the first half of episode 1 twice, because she fell asleep the first time and then something else happened the second time.
Stuck your dick in her mouth and said, baby, sing to me.
So yeah, something like that. And then so we're going to try to watch more of that this weekend. The Boys is another great show to watch, but it is way more fucked up than Cult. Like spoiler alert for no one for people who haven't seen The Boys. I'm going to describe one scene to you. So skip ahead like 2 minutes. One of the more recent seasons opens up at a fucking party, and there's a superhero called Termite who's basically Ant-Man. He can shrink down really little. So he does a bunch of cocaine, shrinks down really little. This guy he's in the room with pulls his dick out and lays it on the table. Termite goes inside his dick and is like rubbing the walls on the inside. Like they're actually showing this happening. They like built a fucking chamber that looks like the inside of a dick, and this guy's in there just going rubbing on the walls like this. And the guy's like, it feels so Jesus fucking Christ. Good. Yeah. So that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's one of those shows that I've been wanting to check out, and also Peacemaker was something I wanted to see as well.
With John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really fucking good show too. I had my reservations about it, but because like I watched the Suicide Squad, and like Cena was okay in it, but I just didn't really like his character that much. I was like, why the fuck are they giving him his own show? And then when I watched the show, I was like, oh, it's really fucking good. Like, I know you've seen the one clip where the old man is like giving him shit. He's like, you don't have a cape. Batman has a cape. And he's like,
no, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen that clip? You need to look that up. So like there's this old man in his neighborhood that just fucking comes over and hassles him. And like he's loading his shit in the car to go do something. And the old man's like, do you have a litany of supervillains? And he's like, what? He's like, Batman has a litany of supervillains. And John Cena, because he's like, you know what Batman has? He's like, you know I don't have a litany of supervillains? Because I fucking kill him. He's like, Batman is too much of a pussy to kill him. And he's like, Batman's not a pussy, he's a superhero. He's like, no, how many people has Batman indirectly killed by not killing these fucking jokers and shit before they get a chance to come back out?
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
And the old man's like, oh, I was just trying to make friendly conversation. You need to look that clip up, dude. Like, the whole show is that level. It's great.
Oh, dude, that sounds fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And you see John Cena in tighty whitey, so.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If that's what you're into.
So, who do you think, I think we've had this conversation before, but who do you think is a better actor, The Rock or John Cena?
I think they're about the same, but in different categories. John Cena is an incredible comedic actor, whereas I don't think The Rock is that great at comedy. My problem with The Rock is like he's a good actor, but he kind of always plays the same part.
Yeah.
So
I don't disagree with that.
I will say in Southland Tales, he played a different character, and it was amazing to watch. He played this like super nervous, timid guy, and it was just such a refreshing change from a giant Hulk that just beats the shit out of everything it comes across. So yeah, Southland Tales is a weird ass movie. I can't really recommend it to people because it's like 3 or 3.5 hours long, and I watched it like 4 times, and I still have no idea what happens in that movie. I have no idea what's going on in that fucking movie. So weird, but yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Cena has a movie on Hulu, I think, called Vacation Friends.
I think it's Netflix.
Is it?
Well, no. Is it the one that's like the #1 movie in the world right now or something?
No, this came out like last year, I think.
Never mind then. It might be on Hulu.
But I think the guy's name is El Rey. It's a black comedian. But it's a movie I think it's called Vacation Friends. It's like, so the comedian and his wife go on vacation, and their room got rented out to somebody else, and it happens to be John Cena and his girlfriend, but they're like carefree, kind of like hillbilly people. And and the other people are like super uptight. And so it's that traditional odd couple thing, but it works out really fucking funny.
True that. It kind of sounds like The Great Outdoors in a way.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, definitely worth the watch.
What you been up to, my brother? These past couple weeks.
I'm tired as shit tonight. I went and tried to play baseball today at a friend's party, and yeah, I'm gonna be fucking. I've already taken ibuprofen because I know I'm gonna be fucking hurting tomorrow. Oh,
dude, listen. So I feel you as far as hurting, dog. So my grandpa's back in the hospital, right?
Yeah, you tell me.
And then I went over there and did some tree work because a tree had fallen in his yard. Well, I finally went over there earlier this weekend and like cut up what I could while my chainsaw battery lasted, and then picked it up and hauled it off.
Oh yeah.
But dog, that shit was heavy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like these were like not small logs, and this was a not small tree. So I was having to like squat down, get the like strongman grip around them, and then stand up and then huff them into my fucking truck bed. So now I just have this constant slight searing pain down my right leg.
Yep.
So I feel you, man.
It's called muscle growth, buddy.
No, this is like sciatica. This is more like nerve pain. The muscle pain, I know it. Yeah, that's fine. I know what that is. That's fine. My arms hurt all the time because I'm constantly sitting here at my computer lifting my dumbbells. But
is that what we call jerking off now? Is that what we call jerking off now?
I mean, if my dick's 25 pounds, I'll take it. But
what else have I done the last 2 weeks? So I'm officially closing my store. I don't know if I mentioned that last show.
Boo. I get why though.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just rent is fucking astronomical, and it's just no longer worth having a storefront.
Yeah.
So I started kind of like a sell-off of stuff because I'm still going to keep inventory for doing shows and stuff, but I was just like, I'll do like 15% off because that's what eBay charges and fees anyways. And so Sunday was pretty busy, which kind of like, I'm glad I made the money, but it also kind of irks me because like all these motherfuckers want to show up when shit's on sale.
Of course.
Don't ever show up otherwise. So I went to GameStop today and I found out something interesting. So I had like $180 worth of points for GameStop rewards. And the girl's telling me like, oh yeah, since they changed the reward system, now your points expire after like a year. So yeah. And you can only use up to $50 in points per transaction. And you can't use them for any kind of gift cards or any of that shit. So yeah.
So GameStop is becoming Walgreens is what you're saying.
GameStop is doing whatever they can to save money because they're on a sinking ship.
Yeah.
So
Walgreens just cut all our store hours by like 85 hours a week because they wanted to save money.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll use my points. I got Dead Island 2. I finally found a used copy of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for like
dude
$18. So
is that the new one?
Yeah, that's the newer one from 2K. So it's the Borderlands creators did the like D&D.
Yeah, I know.
With guns.
So they released a standalone DLC.
Yeah.
For Borderlands 2, but then they also did the new one. So that's the new one because I've been eyeing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, please do. Keep me updated.
So it's like Pro Week at GameStop. So there's a bunch of sales on stuff. So I ended up getting it for like $18. I was like, that's hard to beat.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what the fuck I've done in the last 2 weeks is a long time. I might start taking notes. I couldn't even.
Yeah, you fucking should.
I couldn't even be bothered to write show notes this week.
I know. Also, butt stuff. I mean, you could talk about butt stuff you've been doing. Everybody loves butt stuff.
I haven't done any of that really, but
what? You haven't busted out your anal beads and shoved them up your asshole while you're getting blown yet? Come on, dog.
Not
What,
yet.
you slacking?
Not yet. Still new, you know. You gotta save that shit for a
Fair
while.
enough. Fair enough. It's always hot though, like when you're going to mess with a girl and she starts pulling out stuff and like it's like a butt plug or something. It's always like, all right. I immediately know, okay, the range of things that we can do has just widened by a good margin. This is nice.
Yeah, it's widened by like this much. For those listening, since this is an audio podcast, I adjusted my fingers from about quarter size to about what was that, about 50-cent piece?
Fuck you, dog. That's more like twice the size of a $50.
Toilet paper roll.
This is why Brandy says we should do video podcasting for shit like that.
It would be boring as shit though. Nobody wants to just see us.
I mean, you're shirtless right now. Somebody might want to see that.
That's true. I don't know why, but maybe there's some sick people who listen to this.
Hey, if there are people who like seeing me naked, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who like seeing me naked. I don't understand it, but I'll go with it.
Yeah, don't question it. Just enjoy it. That's what I always say. Tell myself.
I heard some news today that if you haven't heard, you're going to be super fucking excited about. So I wanted to tell you on the show so your reaction could be recorded live.
Oh.
Apparently.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a little like Metal Gear Solid collection coming out. It's Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Volume 1.
Yeah. So apparently they accidentally had some information leak about Volume 2. So Volume 2 is going to be Peace Walker 5 for some unknown reason. And guess what the middle game is?
Oh, yeah. Please tell me it's Metal Gear 4.
Yes.
Yes, bitch. Bring it.
Data confirmed.
Bring it off.
Metal Gear Solid 4 will get a remaster release.
Oh, in the words of Lil Jon, oh, skate, 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 skate.
I told the guy GameStop was telling me about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to tell my buddy live on air so I can get his reaction for it, because I know he's excited.
Oh, I am erect.
Oh, I did hear about a leak for Far Cry 7 as well. The story for Far Cry 7. It sounds really fucking interesting.
You know, I still need to go back and play 6.
6 was really good. It wasn't as good as 5 to me, but it was really good.
Dude, 5 was really good.
5, I don't think will ever be topped. And I think it's because, at least for me, it's topical because I hate fucking religious cults. So it was in America, which is, we're American, and it was killing religious cult members. So that was always fun. I just loved driving those fucking ratty pickup trucks that the cult members had.
Yes.
You used to be driving down a road, you see 2 of them just like walking down the road carrying guns, and you just veer off to the right. And
you just run them over, dude. It was the best feeling in the world.
Did I ever tell you the fucked up story I had about that?
No.
So I had 1 bullet left in like a 9mm pistol or something weak, you know, in the middle of nowhere. No vehicle. And you know, when you don't have a vehicle, the vehicles would spawn very sparsely. So I'm just walking. And I finally find one of those like guys walking around that were arms dealers. You could buy bullets and shit from them. Finally find him in the middle of the woods. Walk over to him. And remember, you always had to like have a conversation with them before you could buy shit from them.
Yeah.
So I go up, I initiate the conversation. While he's talking to me, a goddamn bear attacked him and killed him. And I was like, you motherfucker. And I shot the bear with the one bullet I had, which of course did nothing. So then I had to run away from a fucking bear. I was like, motherfucker. Dude, that game was dope though. I started a forest fire with a flamethrower the first time I got one.
Oddly enough, too, that game has fantastic fishing.
Yeah, it really does.
It's
and that's
so good.
back in 6. Like 6 fishing's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
I just know that like at the time when that game first came out, and they might have updated it since, or it might just be my computer's old or getting older. 6 ran pretty rough on my fucking computer.
I believe. I mean, 6 was a definite like graphical upgrade from 5. It looked absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, like I was having to run that game on like low and medium.
Oh yeah, that's why you gotta get a
Cyberpunk's-
PS5 or a Series X.
Or I just need to get a new graphics card.
I mean, you could save $500 and just buy a console.
That's fair. If I could find one, yeah.
I mean, I went in Walmart today and they had like 4 PS5s on the shelf. I was kind of shocked. Like 3 Series X's. But
Well, I'll tell you what.
The story.
Tax time, I'll hit you up.
There you go. The story for 7, from what leaked, like I said, it's not confirmed, is somehow you end up on an island off the coast of Korea that is occupied by North Korea. And like you get separated from, I think they said siblings. So like you're having to go find and rescue your siblings, but you're basically in North Korean territory. So I was like, that sounds really fucking cool. Like I'd be down for that.
Yeah, but you know it won't be North Korea. Like they'll come up with a different name for it.
Oh yeah.
Because they've been real particular about that, except the one in the United States where they're like, yeah, this is in Montana.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in America, you can kill whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, you piss off people in America, they're going to be like, yeah, whatever. Like, what's this religious cult going to do against the United States military? But, like, these other places like North Korea and stuff, like, that can cause a war.
Well, and plus you have to look at it as it could be taken as almost like bullying, for lack of a better word, or like propaganda.
Yeah, propaganda more so.
And so, yeah, you got to be kind of like Ace Combat did. Ace Combat always made up fictional countries that you knew were Russia or North Korea or somebody. But yeah, they always made up fake ones. But yeah, I'm excited. I think I like the Far Cry series, so.
Yeah, me too. My first experience with Far Cry was Far Cry Instincts on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Which was a recreation of the first Far Cry game made to run on consoles back then. Didn't know until years later, and I loaded up the original Far Cry on my computer, that the one for Xbox, way fucking different.
Oh, yeah.
General, same idea, but you get all these weird powers and stuff that are super cool in the Xbox version, and in the original one, it's not like that. You're just a dude with some guns dropped into an island, and it's a sandbox.
Nice.
So, but I will tell you, there's something really satisfying about setting up a tree trap and then throwing a rock and making a dude be like, oh, what was that? And come walking by in that trap, just like whack and whack that motherfucker across the map. Tremendous.
Dude, so Far Cry 5 was actually my first experience with Far Cry.
You should play Far Cry 4.
I tried to go back and play 3 because everybody talked about how great 3 was. It just didn't grab me.
3, I know how you are. Hold on one second, let me clear my throat. I know how you are. 3 probably doesn't look as good enough for you to go back to and play. 4 still holds up graphically. Like, I load up 4 on my PC, and that is a fucking beautiful game, dude. So, I mean, I think you would like it, because the story is up there. Not quite as good as 5, but it's up there. Like, it's a good one.
So, something I like to do in 5 was, I think when you got the dog, you could send him into a camp, and he would paint all the enemies, like show them up on your screen. And then I would use the sniper rifle fully kitted out with a silencer or a bow and arrow, and I would just go around the camp and take out the alarms first and then just start headshotting people.
This is the way. Yeah. Dude, bow and arrow all day because it's that one-shot kill.
Yep. Dude, so Far Cry 6, one of the best things in that game is that the sound effect for like landing a headshot, it's just like wet, crunchy sound. It's just like, and oh, it's so fucking satisfying to hear.
I've heard, I think it was Mortal Kombat, to get some of like the weird bone break noises that they do, that they take wet celery and like have it stretched out. Yeah. Not stretched out, but you know what I mean? Pulled tight. Yeah. And then they take wet broccoli and just smack it and use it to break the celery. And that noise is what they use. They take that and make it the bone crunch noise.
Nice.
And I'm like, what a weird way to do that. But I've also seen clips of people doing foliage for movies. And it's so fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking wild.
So what else? I don't think I've been up to anything else this week. I was going to buy PSVR 2 today, but with their bullshit with the points, like I didn't have enough credit for it. Because I had enough credit between my trade credit card and my points. But then they're like, well, you can only use up to $50 of your points at once. And I was like, oh, that's fucking stupid. So I was like, oh, I'll just wait. Because I was like, what if I buy like a $50 game and then just return it a couple days later? And God knows, like, he's like, well, they have this new system in place where it tracks your purchases, and if it thinks you're trying to, like, use a loophole, it'll, like, ban your account or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, GameStop's doing whatever they can to fuck you out of free money.
That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. Hot damn. But that's like Walgreens, too. If you get one of those fucking little blue coupons that gives you rewards points, you can't use that coupon and use rewards points at the same time.
Yep.
It's so dumb. Just let people spend their money how they fucking want.
Yep.
I understand those little coupons that they give you are an incentive to make you come back in there and shop again.
Yeah.
But people who are going to come back and shop are going to come back and shop. People who aren't are not.
Yeah. You know how many of those I've gotten and just thrown away because I've had no reason to go back to Walgreens anytime soon?
I fucking work there. You know how many have sat in my wallet till they expired?
Oh, I'm sure a lot.
All the time.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah, the only ones that don't are the ones with that yellow stripe that immediately take money off my bill.
Yeah.
I use those as soon as possible. But yeah. So I guess that's up to me now, huh?
Yeah. How's your 2 weeks been going?
All right, so the last episode we did, I was at Brandy's house, right?
Yes.
Because the episode we did between that was a Patreon episode. Yeah. All right.
Which, if you're not listening to Patreon, we did a good ass episode about crazy dreams we've had. So you should sign up. $5 a month. You can get extra episodes occasionally. I'm just gonna say because we can't stick to a schedule.
Yeah, I do want to say I am up to talk about dreams anytime because I always have wild dreams. I always have. They're just ridiculous.
So Patreons, let us know if you want a Dreams Part 2 episode.
Yeah, patreon.com/YabsPod.
I think so.
I don't have the show notes to look at. Hold on, let me scroll up to
last week's show notes.
Patreon.com/YabsPod. YABSPOD, all capital letters. $1 a month.
RESPECT.
Or $5 a month if you want to get the extra episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, though. And you know what? They'll get a shout out later, but I'm going to give them a shout out right now. Shout out to our patrons: Jeff, Kana, Mehgan, Team Retrogue, Ostara, and Brian. Thank you very, very much.
Wait. We got a new one.
We did Adam. Wait, yeah, Adam. And Adam. Aris or Adam. That's right. So, thank you very, very much. We do appreciate you guys. So when we were at Brandy's house, she made a good point to me when we were recording. When I was asking you and you couldn't tell me, I'm like, what do you want me to start with? You want me to start with the stupid bad stuff, or you want to start with good stuff?
Yeah.
And she said, start with the bad, end with the good, end on a good note. So I'm going to do that again this week. Bruh. I had a slight fuck left to give about that fucking place, right?
Yeah.
Just a slight one.
And they took it away.
The only reason I'm still there now is because I like some of the people that I work with. I don't even give a fuck about the money anymore. Like, so where to start? I think last episode I told you that I had to go in and have that meeting about getting in trouble for saying fuck in the pharmacy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I also had to sign a social media policy
I
thing.
remember that.
So after her telling me to sign it for days and days and days, and I kept telling her, I'm looking where you're telling me it is, Trisha. It's not there. So she says, it's there. So I said, all right, well, while we're here, both in the office, I'm going to pull it up on the computer.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, good. Do it. Okay. So she scoots her fat ass over close to me. And she's like looking at the computer. So I type in my information and I hit sign in. It pulls it up and she goes, oh, why do you have a my team selection? You shouldn't have that. That's not you. It says my name right there, Dalton Suter.
Yeah.
I'm signed in. She goes, no, sign out and sign back in again. So I signed out and signed back in again. Lo and behold, it was me. And I do have a my team thing. And she's like, well, you're not supposed to have that. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. So I said, so where's this thing I'm supposed to click on? And she's looking all over the place. And she's like, oh, I guess it's not there.
You don't say.
Oh, you fucking bitch. You think? What have I been fucking saying to you? Like, oh my God. Lady, why would I lie about that? I don't give a shit about signing some stupid little social media fucking thing. Like, it doesn't matter. So anyway, she says, all right, well, I'll get that fixed and I'll let you know. Okay. She puts in a ticket. It gets fixed.
Let me guess. She never apologized for telling you were wrong.
No.
That's something
of course not.
That's something I work very hard on, is when I'm wrong, somebody's right, I try my very best, but I'm sorry, you were right. You know, like, it's not that hard to do. And people respect you so much more when you're willing to admit you were wrong.
Yeah. All right. Now, real quick, while you're on that thought, Brandy, if you're listening to this, I want you to hear what Jeremy just said. And then I want you to Google kettlebell, because you correct me all the time and say it's kettleball. I promise you.
Oh, it's 100% kettlebell.
If you look up kettleball, it's going to say, did you mean kettlebell?
Yeah, it's 100% kettlebell.
I don't know if you'll listen to this, but if you do, just so you know. And I love you. Anyway, so she says that to me. So finally she's like, okay. So like a day or two later, she's like, it's there. Go sign it. And there's a space to leave a comment if you feel the need that you need to, like, you know, say something. Bet. Fucking bet. Did I tell you? Oh, man, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't remember. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and say it again.
Probably not.
When I did my evaluation, because we have to evaluate ourselves, right?
Yeah.
We went in and they said, all right, so here's the deal with the evaluation. You can give yourself a 1 to 5, but don't give yourself over a 3. No one gives themselves over a 3. No one here is over a 3.
I'm thinking myself a motherfucking 5 every time. Like,
I was just like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like,
shit.
Aren't we voting for ourselves? They're like, yeah, but you have to be realistic. And I'm like, I am realistically awesome.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, I bust my ass here. If I want to give myself straight 5s, I'm going to give myself straight 5s. But I didn't. I was like, okay. But I did throw a couple 4s in there because fuck them. But in the space at the bottom where it said, is there anything about your time over the past, you know, however long that you would change? And I wrote no regrets. And then under that it said, like, are there accomplishments that you had over the past year that you're proud of? And here's the part where I wrote what I wanted to write, and then Kayla gave me an important piece of information and I deleted it and then ended it, right? I wrote, yeah, I was proud of myself for not quitting when Miss M cussed me out and nothing happened about it. I was proud of myself for not quitting when Brandy cussed me out and nothing happened about it. Different Brandy, obviously. And I was thirdly proud of myself for not quitting when I got in trouble for cursing. And I said one word compared to being chewed out with curse words. So yeah, I'm proud of those things. And I let it sit there and I didn't submit it. And then Kayla comes up to me later and she goes, just so you know, she had no idea I wrote that, by the way. She had no idea. She comes walking up to me later and she goes, by the way, the ones that we do for ourselves, they just go to Trisha. She's like, she gets to read those. All like hers goes to upper management and corporate. She goes, but ours just go to her. And I was like, damn it. Okay, so I went and deleted that because I was like, I was hoping somebody in upper corporate would see that and be like, huh, what's up with that?
Nah.
Because I've had to have conversations on the phone with HR people before, so like they know about Trisha.
So, go back to the kettlebell thing.
Okay.
So they're called bells, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells. Apparently it comes from the 1700s. They actually used church bells as like weights because they were heavy as fuck. So I guess that's where the bell part came from. And the kettle part comes from the fact that it looks like a teapot without a spout. Yeah. So they call it a kettlebell. So yeah, but it is. I
love those things, dude. I want to get some. They're just expensive.
Yeah. So yes, Brandy, it is a kettlebell 100%. Not a kettlebell.
Thank you, Jeremy. Man, dude. Okay, so I'll get to the group chat later, but remind me to say that I appreciate you when I bring that up. Cause yeah, but we'll get to that after the work stuff. So that was that. So anyway, the social media thing. I go to sign it, and it was like, do you have any comments that you would like to leave about this situation? And I said, yeah, I do.
Hold my beer.
Hold my motherfucking dick. I'm about to piss all over this bitch. So I just wrote something along the lines of, yeah, I still find it absolutely ridiculous that this was a situation in the first place. I said, for one, I didn't cuss at anybody. I just cussed. Yet I got written up for cussing at someone. I said, and two, I've been cussed at me more times than I can count. So this whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. I almost wrote, this whole thing is fucking ridiculous. But I didn't. I just wrote, this whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. And so that leads me to there was some more bullshit just dealing with work stuff. So this is where I think you would be proud of me.
Yeah.
Okay. I channeled my inner Jezza. I am now at the Jezza point with Walgreens, right? Good. So it was.
Let the hate flow through you.
Let it flow. Let it flow through you and purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. So what's today? Monday. So yeah, we're recording on Monday. Yeah. So yesterday was Sunday. So it was Saturday.
Yeah.
So earlier last week, I'm working. This was like Wednesday or Thursday or something. And I'm working with Jackson. And Jackson gets, quote, nauseous and faint.
Yeah.
Like they always do. And goes home early. So I have to close the store by myself. And stay until 10, even though I was there till 9.
Yeah.
But it's me and Kayla. Whatever. It'll be fine. So, Saturday comes. And I'm like, I'm hurting because of that tree, right?
Yeah.
So I'm limping. I'm not feeling good. I go walking in there. I haven't had my hits of dopamine recently, and I'll get to that in a little bit too. So it's like, it's been. That's all I can say. It's been. Yeah. So I go walking into work, and Chris comes up to me, who's one of the floating shift lead guy I've talked about before.
Yeah.
Kind of a nerdy dude, but he's cool. He's a good guy. He's grown on me. Let's put it that way. He's grown on me. But that motherfucker will silent but deadly you and walk away. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Ugh. Blech. Make me want to fucking vomit. Like
that's how you get through.
He's got those
day.
diabetes farts, bro. Oh. So anyway, he comes up to me and he goes, "Sup, big dog? How you feeling today?" I said, "Chris, if I'm being honest with you, I feel like I got hit by a fucking truck." "Were you sick?" "No." So I told him I did the tree work and little logs and stuff like that. Oh man, that sucks. Well, you stay until 10 tonight, right? What? Yeah, the your 5 o'clock person called out. So it's either you got to stay till 10 or we're closing up at 9. And I said, what the fuck, Chris? I said, why does this always happen on my fucking shift? Because this is like, everybody listening knows, not the 10th time, but probably more than that this has happened to me, where it's like, oh, I get to close by myself because somebody called out.
Yeah.
So, or they went home early. So Chris goes, well, how about this, man? Just think about it. Like, Nick leaves at 5. If you'll take a lunch, I went in at 2. I had to take a lunch at like 4:15. I'm like, what the fuck? So he said, let me know by 5. I said, okay. So I went to lunch at like 4:15, came back at like 4:50.
Yeah.
And was like, I walked in and I clocked in and I'm working a little bit. Nick left and I was walking down the aisle and Chris come up to me and he goes, by the way, he goes, dude, I'm not Trisha. He goes, you want to get out of here at 9? We can get out of here at 9, dude. I'm not going to make you stay. Like, that is it's your decision.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So I see him walking down the aisle and I'm like, yo, Chris, what's up? Let's get out of here at 9, man. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. All right, man. I'll text Trisha, let her know. So let me crack my beverage. So he comes walking up to me. There's a couple aisles that we have that don't have cameras on them, right?
Yeah.
So he comes up to me on one of those aisles and he goes, yo, I probably shouldn't show you this, but I'm going to, because I feel like that's a respectful thing to do. So here. And he turns his phone and it's a text message between him and Trisha. And it basically says, Dalton doesn't want to stay till 10. So I guess we'll have to close the store at 9.
Yeah.
Her reply, written in walrus, translated by his phone, was,
dude, if she ever hears this podcast, she's going to be so pissed off.
If she ever hears this podcast, she can suck my fucking dick.
I told you, if you ever quit, you should just leave a note on her desk. It's like, you should listen to Yazpod. They talk about you.
Yazpod. Don't forget to listen to Yazpod. Oh, and go fuck yourself. Anyway, so the text message said something along I don't remember it word for word, but it was something along the lines of, no, the store needs to stay open until 10 o'clock, and he needs to stay. He needs to do that because how did she word it? He needs to do that because it's only fair for all the times that he's gone home early and called out and other people have had to close by themselves. Now, here's the fucking problem with that. And I'm looking dead in the camera at you right now. Here's the fucking problem with that. I have went home early because my back hurt really bad 3 times. And I'll get to it 4 times. So 3 times in 8 months. Yeah. 8.5 months that I've been there. Okay. I have had to close by myself because people have called out 3 times in the past week and a half. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's a big fucking difference in that in 8 months. I've called out 3 or 4 times. Only one of them was technically a hooky call, and that's because I was at Mehgan's house.
Yeah.
3.5 hours away. All the other ones, fucking throwing up, or I wake up and I can't walk.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I can do about it. But you know what I would do? I would help my managers find somebody to come in.
Yeah.
Now, is it my fucking fault that every single fucking person told me no? No. And here's the thing. This past Saturday, when the closing person called out, and they called everyone, including people who are always like, I don't get enough hours. Why don't I get enough hours? And they called them and like, hey, we got a call out 5 to 10:15. Do you want to come in? And they're like, no. So you know what I said? No. I'm not staying until 10 o'clock. Fuck it. This place is no longer worth my free time. That is an hour of my life that I can spend writing music. I don't need to be here.
Yep. Fuck them. You're quiet quitting.
That is exactly what I was getting to, is that I am now considered quiet quitting, right? Yeah. So he comes back up to me a little later and shows me another text. So 2 things that stood out to me in this text, okay? One, this fucking manatee wanted the store to stay open from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So bad that she had the pharmacist or the pharmacy lead manager or whoever it was, the lady who got me in trouble for saying fuck in the pharmacy, that lady, had her stay. They get off on the weekends at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Had her stay from 6 to 10, making time and a half so the store could stay open from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
I wonder how many customers came in that hour.
This is exactly my point. I have worked many a fucking shift till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You get maybe, on a busy night, maybe 10 people.
Yeah.
In that fucking hour. That pharmacist made more money than the store did.
Oh, I'm sure.
By far. In that time.
I guarantee you she didn't do shit that hour either.
Those 4 hours, you mean?
The 1 hour that she needed to be there.
Oh no. Chris said he had to do everything himself because she was back in the pharmacy doing things. I'm like, bro, have her come out and work the register so you can do the shit you need to. That's what she's here for. No, I can't tell her what to do. Yes, the fuck you can.
Yeah.
Like, I like Chris because he's like one of the only ones who's not scared of Trisha because he doesn't work at our store. Yeah. He works at a bunch of different stores.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck her. Like, if she's got a problem, I won't work here anymore. Like, problem solved. But she needs me, so she doesn't fuck with me. So the other thing that I saw in these texts was her saying that I need to step my game up because I'm not doing enough and my attitude and all of this type of shit. And when I tell you that boiled my blood, bro, because like, it's to the point that when I texted Brandy and was like, I came in today, I'm limping, and they asked me to do water. Yeah. And she wrote me back and said, why the fuck is it always you that has to do water? I was like, that's a good question. I have no answer for that.
Yep.
But it is. Like, you know it. Nate and Willie know it. Like, I'll tell you guys about it because it's like, dude, every time.
That's all. I was going to say during that evaluation shit where she said, don't give yourself 5 stars. I would have done it. And then in the comment part, I'd have been like, this motherfucking store will burn down if I leave here.
Dude, I'm telling honestly, I think if there's 4 people I think that if they left would just cause a fucking huge issue.
Yeah.
And that's me, Nick, Mike, and Michaela.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not going to say Kayla because Kayla is not going to leave.
Yeah.
Kayla loves that job for some fucking reason. But Michaela is like 19, 20. Like, I don't see her being at Walgreens forever.
Yeah.
But these other, just like me, Nick, and Mike, and even Lane, like us guys, dude, they give us all the heavy shit, so we got to bust our ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not to say that the girls don't, because they do. Some of them. Michaela and Kayla.
Let me guess. And Trish don't bust shit. Except the fucking Trisha suspension in her office chair.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, Trisha like will come waddling out and like go and help pharmacy. She doesn't really come up front except to come up there and boss us around and then say like, this is wrong, y'all need to do this, yada yada yada, I'm a dirty tramp. And then she might like Jabba the Hutt slide back into the fucking back room during truck day and sort totes. And she might work something, but she's not going to work fucking... She ain't working water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, I got back problems and neck problems, and that's why I can sit in a chair because blah, 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 Han Solo, Faga tu wiki gumbawa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it must be nice to get a manager's salary to be able to just be like, yeah, I'm going to go to the doctor and drop $150 for them to tell me I can sit in a goddamn chair at work.
Dude, you're better than me. Because I'd be like, I'm going to sit, and if you don't like it, fucking fire me.
I'm almost to that point, bro. I'm almost to that point. Because we had the conversation where I swear the only reason she got on me that day is because I was using her rolling chair, and she wanted it, and she couldn't find it. Bitch, you have an office chair. Bring that motherfucker out, or I will. I will bring your office chair out and use that motherfucker and roll around and see what you say about that. Yep. You fucking sea cow. God, and I don't even like to make fun of people for being fat. Like, I really don't, because I have always gotten made fun of for being fat. But I also feel like that kind of gives me carte blanche to say that that's a fat bitch, because fuck that fat bitch. She is such a fucking bitch. And then she's like, Dalton, why are you so angry at work? Why are you so angry here?
Because it fucking sucks.
And I want to be like, dude, do you not even realize the environment that you farm when you're here? On the weekends when you're not here, this place is fucking gravy. It's so easy. I go in, I put an earbud in, I get to work. The other day I'm in the fucking cooler. I don't even have an earbud in. I'm just bobbing to the music in my head and singing to myself. And she comes in and catches me doing this and is like, you can't wear headphones. It's a safety precaution. It's a safety precaution for you, not other people. If it's for you. And I just moved my hair and showed her my ears. And she was like, oh, well, just so you know. So now I just wear my earbud all the fucking time. Fuck her. So
when you're in the cooler, you're wearing your earbuds. I mean, you're just not going to hear a forklift come by and run you over or what? Like, what's the fucking safety?
There's no... Like, you know, obviously, I know you're being facetious because there's no room for a fucking forklift in the cooler. Like, there's room enough for me to turn around, look at a shelf that's got drinks on it, grab the ones I need, turn around and put them on the shelf that people buy them off of. Like, that's it. And I don't even wear both of them. I always only wear one when I'm at work, so I have an open ear to hear if people are talking to me. So, yeah, I just, man, that fucking place.
It's a safety precaution because you'll have your earbuds in, you'll be bopping away on aisle 7, and Trisha will be like Indiana Jones boulder tumbling down the aisle, and you won't hear her coming, you won't be able to get away. You'll just get flattened.
So, like, she sees me, like, pick up something off my cart that's in another part of the store, and I start walking over to go put it, and she fucking hates that. She's like, put all that shit aside and just do it all later. Like, do the stuff on the aisle you're on and then do the other stuff later. I'm like, why? That's going to take just as much time as it for me to take it and find a place to set it aside. I can just walk 2 aisles over and stick it where it needs to go. Yep. And that'll be like doing the switch, but I fuck it up so it releases the big boulder to come after me.
Yeah, but you got music on, you can't hear it. You're just fucking dead.
Straight Crash Bandicoot. I turn around, there's a giant polar bear behind me.
And that would be extremely inconsiderate to Trish, because then she would have to hire someone to replace you. So you can't die.
And that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Is like, if there was any sort of appreciation at that store, like, I will give it to Kayla and Chris, and this shift lead I was talking about, Chris. They are both very good at being like, hey, thank you for your hard work today. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that goes a long fucking way. Just little shit like that goes a long way. Trisha is so much a what have you done for me lately person that I fucking can't stand it, dude. It's like, if I can't build up a rapport with you, then there's no reason for us to be having this interaction. I have no reason to talk to you. If you're gonna just be like, oh, well, what have you done today? Like, when she told me that I was getting passed over for that shift lead position, even though I had busted my ass for 6 fucking months or whatever it was. Yeah. I had busted my ass. I had a rough 2 weeks because my heart got broken and my dog died at the same fucking time. And I got a gun put to my fucking head. Okay? Trifecta of bullshit. I had a rough couple weeks, and I got passed over because of that.
You gotta stop being such a bitch, I guess.
It negated that entire hard work. And it was at that moment. And now they're bringing in another shift lead from out of the store who was some 19-year-old chick. I'm done. I'm like, obviously, I'm never going to get fucking promoted here. Yeah. Like, this is no longer, like, I joined this company thinking it might be a career opportunity to move up. This is now a job. And I don't do jobs anymore. Homeboy needs a fucking career. Yeah. So I'm looking elsewhere. I've been applying other places. I've been going hard on music. Got that up and going. Got a TikTok going. Found a dude on YouTube who has free for profit beats as long as you tag him in it.
Nice.
Which is cool. Like, I got a song that's one of my own beats that I'm trying to get up on Spotify. It was approved, so it should be showing up soon. That's cool. And the new album's coming along. I got about 11 songs written so far, I think, maybe 12. I don't know what number I'm going to shoot for. I just know anytime I've fucking picked up like a rapper's mixtape, there's always like 20 songs on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm trying to at least get a decent number, maybe 15. So if I can bust out like another 3 or 4, I'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
There is a song. So most of the songs, I told Brandy today, I said, you know, I said about 7, and now it's 8 out of 11 songs are pretty much me just talking to her. Like things that I have a hard time saying to her. It's just me getting shit out like that, right? Then you got some of the other ones. The one about Savannah. The one about the Mehgan situation.
Yeah.
And then I got one about work. About Trisha. And I think one of the verses like, sneak up on your big ass in the alleyway, on the fucking pavements where your brain will spray. I'm sick and tired of you playing stupid fucking games, waddling around this motherfucker like you think you own the place. And that is some auto-tune. I detest the sound of your fucking voice. I swear to God, you gave me no fucking choice. You know, it's a fun little song. I don't know if I'll actually put it on the album though.
Yeah.
Although I do think it would make for a good TikTok, because there's a thing at the end where I go, that's what you give a fucking with the nightmare. I was raised in the sticks. I don't fight fair. So you want to try to test me? Go ahead and dare. There's plenty of places to hide a dead body out here. And then the beat does this thing where, you know, where they take it and it almost sounds like it's going behind a wall.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back in. I does that, and I did auto-tune. Plenty of places to hide a dead body out here. And it fits that part so fucking well that I don't just want to clip that and just make that part of a TikTok.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, I've been having a lot of fun doing the music. If you want to check me out on TikTok, it's Nile.the.nightmare. And I would appreciate it. I have some shit that's blowing up a little, not blowing up, like, but you know, I keep you in mind at all times, because when I'm scrolling through TikTok, and we've had this conversation again, this is why I keep you in mind. When I'm scrolling through TikTok, I see these videos that have 300,000, 400,000 likes. These people have like 1 million followers, right?
Yeah.
But I just made my TikTok this week, and some of my shit's hitting like 700. My highest one right now, I think, is at like 1,800 or something like that. Yeah. And I always hear you in my head, bro. Don't compare yourself to those. Think about how big of a room you would need to fit all of the people who have been watching your shit.
Yep.
Because my total views, if you go search hashtag Now the Nightmare, there's like 5,000, 6,000 views. Like, you try to put 6,000 people into a room, you're going to need like a small, not an arena, but you know what I mean? Like a small venue type thing. So that's what I try to remind myself. I'm like, you know what, dude? For the first week of having this thing, it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And I've had people commenting on there saying that like my shit's fire. I had somebody tell me they tagged Josh Weissman, the fucking chef who's got the long hair. He looks like me, but I'm a little fatter than him. And they were like, Josh Weissman, this is fire, bro. Good job. And I commented, I was like, you know what? He's one of my favorite chefs. I will absolutely take that.
Nice.
My friend Ashley came to my defense on one of them. Somebody posted like way too much auto-tune on this, because a couple of the songs, like I went for that T-Pain throwback sound. Yeah. That's what I was going for. You know what I mean? And the guy was like, too much auto-tune on this. Sounds like a 2006 hip-hop / alternative rock track. And I commented back and I was like, I mean, I was going for that throwback sound. So when? Question mark. Right? And then my friend Ashley comments, she goes, too much opinion. Get the fuck out of here.
Nice.
I was like, hey, get her, girl. You get him. But yeah, it's just been nice, like having people tell me that I have good flow, that I should stick with it and things like that. You know, it's good to hear, because like I said, I don't get compliments often, so it's nice, especially like when I send my music to my friends and most of them don't even like check it out.
Yeah.
So like I had a conversation with Nate the other day before we went live on the recording with Steam Machine. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you send a lot of stuff to our host chat. He's like, and I don't watch probably 90% of it. I don't listen to it. And he's like, I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings. And I'm like, no, man, it's fine. And in my head, I'm like, well, fuck, man. I'm like, God damn it. Like, I value y'all's opinion. That's why I send you this shit. Y'all are my best friends. That's why I'm like, hey, tell me if this sucks. Because I know if it sucks, you will be the one to tell me that it sucks.
I will say,
you have been doing good about it. I will give you that.
I don't watch 90% of the shit you send me unless it's like your shit. Then I try to like watch it and put likes on it and shit like that.
Or wrestling.
Yeah, I watch some of the wrestling stuff.
You'll watch some of the wrestling stuff.
But to be fair, I probably watch 5% of what everyone sends me combined. And I have a lot of people that send me shit.
Fair enough. Oh, man. Yeah, so, yeah, work's been shit. So I left at 9. They stayed open till 10.
Yeah.
I go into work the next day. I have to close with Chris again. And I'm limping like a motherfucker because I'm hurting. I'm still limping right now. Like, Brandy was like, take that other half of that thing that I gave you. And I was like, oh, baby girl.
That's gone.
That was gone the night I did the tree. Like, shit. But I told her, I was like, don't worry about it though. Like, you need them too. So I will just smoke some pot and I'll be all right. Well, I have smoked all of my pot. Except this one bud of this Khalifa Kush that's super strong that I'm saving to smoke with her.
Speaking of, Sunday I get to go see Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg in concert.
Fuck yeah, that's sweet.
And like I think Too Short and somebody else. So,
dude, that's gonna be rad.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, maybe it would be cool if we could coincide when me and her come up to visit sometime.
Yeah.
Like going to a concert or something. That'd be sweet.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even care if it's like bare naked ladies or something.
I've seen them twice.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Actually, I always liked what's that other one? Oh my God. There's a perfect time of year.
Yeah.
Somewhere far away from here. Yeah, that song is fucking so good.
I really like Bare Naked Ladies. I like the old apartment. It's good
old rock, dude.
I like the old apartment. It's like, broke into the old apartment. That was one that played on the radio, but not as much as the others.
But yeah. So at work, to wrap up the work stuff, and then we can get into some better things. I promise. Chris looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, you look like you're hurting pretty fucking bad." He's like, I can see it in your face and I can tell in the way you're walking. And I was like, is it that noticeable? Because I'm really trying not to limp that bad.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, dude, I can tell. He goes, so how about this? You go do the trash in the bathrooms and stuff, and you can go ahead and get out of here. And I'll just tell Trisha that I sent you home, and I won't give her a reason. She doesn't need to fucking know. And I was like, bet. Deal. So I immediately go to where there's no camera, shoot a text to Brandy like, hey, I might get to go home early. And she writes back, she's like, what? Yay! I'm like, I know, right? So I went and did the chores, and then I go walking up front, and I go over to the computer, and I start clocking out, and Jackson goes, what are you doing? It's like, I'm going home, Jackson. I am in a lot of pain right now. Well, what about... Chris has got you covered. Was he going to do the chores? I already did the chores. Oh, okay. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, I don't ever hear you fucking worried about that shit when you leave early. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? For once, Jeremy. For once, in any fucking situation in my life, can somebody just give me the same level that I give them? For fucking once, bro.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. I know Ashley and Brandy tell me all the time that I'm too nice. I get it. Like, I'm not, or let me rephrase that. They love me because I'm so nice, but they said that I am too nice to people who don't deserve me to be nice to them.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I don't like being a dick to people, but I'm starting to really be a dick at work.
Gotta harness that inner Jezza.
It's like that day that we didn't have a closer, and I said, I gotta go to work. I gotta go lunch early, Nick. I'm gonna go at 4:15, and Nick went 4:30. That's what I was told. And I went, all right, well, you leave at 5, right? I'll do my best to get back by then.
Yeah.
And the way I said it, I was like, motherfucker, okay, you're going to make me wait till 4:30?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be back at like 5:15. Enjoy being here late, motherfucker. Like, I am so not in the mood right now, Nick.
Yeah.
If I want to go a little early, I have to go early anyway, because normally it would have been 4 hours into my shift before I go to a lunch. But I'm having to take it 2.5 hours early. Just let me go ahead and go get stoned and get it over with.
Yeah.
Because I've already lost my buzz. But yeah, so I haven't been back since. I go back to work tomorrow. So we'll see.
So that concert
we'll see how it goes.
Sunday, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, Too Short, Warren G, Burner, and DJ Drama. And Snoop is performing his Doggy Style debut album and greatest hits. So yeah.
What's my name? Snoop Dogg. Dogg. Hell yeah.
I'm so
That's
fucking,
gonna be fire, bro.
I'm
and
so
Warren
fucking
G.
Yeah.
Oh man. What was that? Warren G and Nate Dogg. God, I hope they do Regulate for you. Even if they do the RIP Nate Dogg thing and play it over the speakers and have like Snoop come out and do that part or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that would be so cool. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. I can't wait to hear about that on the next episode.
Oh yeah. So I'll read you off my concert tickets so far. I've got Snoop Sunday, Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper August 29th, which also will feature Ministry and Filter.
Nice. Dude, Zombie's really good live.
Yeah.
I've seen Zombie a handful of times. He's really good live.
Then September 20th, I have Everclear and the Ataris at a music hall, not at a arena. So that's going to be even better.
I only know the Ataris from a cover they did, but I do love that song. And then Everclear, isn't that she's everything you want, she's everything you need?
That's
Event Horizon.
Yeah.
No, not Event Horizon. Event Horizon's that movie.
Yeah. New Horizon?
Might have been New Horizon. Dude, Everclear
did like AM radio, Beautiful, Santa Monica, Father of Mine.
Oh my God. Father of mine.
Tell me where have you
been? I just closed my eyes.
And you remember,
yeah.
I will buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. I will buy you a new car, perfect, shiny, and new.
So your ear's just gonna bleed that whole show?
No, I fucking love Everclear. They were one of my favorite bands growing up. Songs from an American movie.
My daddy gave me away. What?
No, I love that band so much, so I can't wait to see them.
Nah, hey man, everyone's got their thing, dude. I'm not gonna pick on you. I would love to go see Maroon 5.
And there's one coming up that we haven't gotten tickets for that I kind of want to. Fucking 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes.
Ooh, Busta.
That's why I was like, fuck 50 Cent. I don't care about that. I want to go see Busta.
Dude, that fucking line, one of my favorite things, I just showed my mom this today, actually. One of my favorite things ever in Worldwide Choppers is Busta Rhymes when he says, got him loving everything until I kind of stutter but stupid. You hear him now? Don't do it, please. Why you gotta just try? We already know what you be the nicest. So I'm gonna go and get him, and finish him, bang him in the head, and diminish him, and then he goes into just rapping fast again. But dude, just how he flawlessly just throws stuttering in there works so well. That Busta Rhymes is a lyrical.
Oh, he's
master.
A monster. Yeah, that's August 15th, so I think we're gonna try to get tickets for that too. Because I'm
That'd
like,
be dope.
How many more shows is Snoop gonna do? How many more shows is Busta Rhymes gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
So money's tight, but like, fuck it, I'll make it back.
I had my eye on 2 different shows, and I asked a couple different people to go with me, and everyone turned me down. So I'm like, okay, well, never mind.
Dude, I'm excited to see Ministry.
Yeah, dude, Ministry has a song. I don't remember what it's called. I think the album was called Jesus Stole My Hot Rod or something like that. But the song, Stigmata.
Yeah.
Ministry song Stigmata goes hard, bro. And they also have a song called W, I think. That's like an anti-George W. Bush song.
Sounds
from back
familiar.
in the day. That's also a good one. So, Yeah, man. So what else have I been up to? I went to the beach. I got to meet my friend Ashley in person for the first time. That was super cool. Me, nice. Brandy, and Daphne loaded up in the car and went to St. Augustine and went out to the beach and stuff. And yeah, man, it was a great time. Daphne was kind of scared to get into the water, and she asked me to hold her hand. She's like, Dalton, hold my hand. I love the way she says my name, by the way. She said, Dalton. It's the cutest fucking thing ever. So anyway, so she took my hand and we went out into the water, and I showed her that it's not scary. I mean, her and Brandy were out there, and eventually I took her out. So Florida beaches are weird, and I'm sure all beaches are like this too, but this particular beach is just odd. That there's beach water for like 3.5 feet, and then it goes back up to a sandbar, and then it's more beach for like not a quarter of a mile, but a decent like distance, and then there's the ocean. And so it's like a perfect fucking area for kids.
Yeah.
Because it's like right under her chin at the deepest part. So like she can stand up if she needs to, but she can also swim around. So I was like, she's learning how to swim. She's still getting it down. So I was like just having her go to the shore, and then she would run in and jump in and then come swim to me.
Yeah.
And it was a good time, man. It was a really good time. So unbeknownst to me, while me and Daphne were out by ourselves at the water and the older kids were swimming near us too, left up by the stuff was just Brandy, Ashley, and then Ashley's youngest, right?
Yeah.
And he can't talk yet. He's real young. Apparently they were talking about me. It was revealed. So this is how I found out about this, Jeremy.
All right. Let's hear it.
I'm texting with Brandy, and I'm like, ma'am, so I was talking to my mom about something, and apropos of nothing, she had brought up how her and my dad had decided to date and things like that, right? My mom was like, yeah, and like I said, I did not mention what had happened during the last episode, the conversation that was happened after that. I didn't mention any of that, right? My mom just comes up to me, she's like, yeah, the first time your dad tried to kiss me, I told him no. I didn't think it was a good idea. And she's like, and then time went by and we hung out more and everything, and I just decided I wanted to kiss him, so I kissed him. And then we've been together ever since. And I was like, why are you telling me that? And she was like, I don't know. I just didn't know if I'd ever told you that or not. And it was the weirdest fucking thing. Not that I think that'll happen. That's not what I'm saying. But it was just like odd, the timing of it, right?
Yeah.
So the other day, me and her were talking, and she was just talking to me, asking me like, so what do you guys do when you're over at Brandy's house and stuff? And I was like, well, I'll play with Daphne. We'll sit on the couch, watch TV or something, or I'll play guitar, and Daphne will come in there and like sing with me and things like that. And she was like, oh, okay. And when I had wrote that to Brandy, I said, yeah, me and my mom were talking about you. And she's like, about me? About what? And I was like, nothing bad. And like nothing about like us dating or anything like that. And she comes back, uh-huh. Oh, no. Like I told her that, and she went, true. And I said, yeah, it wasn't anything weird, like us dating or something, along those lines. And she writes back, uh-huh. Just like Ashley isn't telling you to just be patient and wait, and I'll come around eventually. And immediately, bro, I was like, I could feel my cheeks get red. And I was like, oh shit. How do you know she's been telling me that? Because I didn't tell you that. So immediately, like a robot, pull up Snapchat, go to Ashley. Hey, question. Did you happen to tell Brandy that you told me that I just need to be patient with her and that you'd probably come around eventually? And she goes, yeah, we talked about you while we were at the beach. That was one of the things I said to her. Why? She's like, because I was being nosy. She's like, plus I was getting to know her. Fair enough. She's like, we had a great chat. She's like, and it wasn't all just about you. We talked about mom stuff and everything. And I told her that I understand, with there being a daughter involved and things like that. Like there's things, there's levels to it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally get that. I am just baffled that y'all were talking about me. I figured y'all be talking about mom stuff, music, books, anything like that. She's like, no, we talked about you. All right then. Well, I'm glad it was at least a good conversation. So then, before we went to the beach, Ashley had me make a group text between me, her, and Brandy, so we could plan.
Yeah.
That quickly went from, all right, we have a plan. Now let's pick on Dalton. And that's what it's been. So then Ashley lost her phone in the ocean recently. So when I told Brandy that, she went and made a Facebook group or a Facebook Messenger group thing between us three because Ashley still has access to the internet, so they can still continue to pick on me and talk about other things as well. And I'm like, well, this is just peachy. But I do want to say that Brandy is my best friend. Ashley is also like one of my best friends. I am very, very happy that they get along.
Yeah.
Because they hit it off like just like I thought they would. So like that makes me happy. Like I'm sure, you hope that some of your female friends and Diana hit it off.
Oh, yeah.
And that way it's like, oh yeah, dude, this is going to be cool. A little different because you're dating Diana. I get it. A little different, but you know what I mean?
Yep. A lot of my female friends like her already too, so it is nice when they get along.
Yeah, she seems nice.
Yeah.
She seems nice. So there was one other thing I was going to bring up about so I'm over there the other night, and we were, me, her, and Steven were standing on our back porch, and we were smoking, and me and Steven were talking about something. And I wish I remembered the context, because Brandy chimes in and says something like, yeah, I was just talking about you and about that today at work. And I just looked over at her, and I guess the look I gave her, she was just looking at me, she goes, yeah, I talk about you. She's like, I talk about you all the time to people. I'm like,
nice.
Again, I'm like, why? What? And she's like, what? You don't want me to talk about you? I'm like, you can talk about me. That's fine. I was like, I'm just curious, whatever. And then me and Steven kept going with our conversation, so it kind of went away. But it was just like, okay. I mean, that's fine. And again, it's fine with me. I'm just like, it just makes me curious. I'm just curious. I'm like, well, is it because I'm awesome? Because I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm awesome. I'm pretty cool. One other good thing, the music I touched on. So the beach trip I touched on. Man, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. While I'm trying to think of that, have you seen that it's no longer Twitter?
Yes. It's now X.
It's just called X.
Which is what I think I'm going to do to it on my phone. Just
or key
X it right out of my phone.
Yeah, man. It's to the point that like I need it for the JRPG report.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's getting to the point where like I don't have the motivation to I know most JRPG report listeners aren't going to listen to this show, so it's like it's getting hard for me to find the motivation to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's weird doing a podcast by yourself. You know what I mean? It's just not as entertaining. It's not as fun.
Yep.
Especially when I took over the show, everybody dropped their Patreons except like the handful of people that didn't, and I'm very appreciative of them. But it was like, damn. I guess they really liked James, just not me so much. But that's okay.
Well, they were probably subscribing to it because James was doing it. So. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, 100%. I mean, one of the patrons that quit was me because I wasn't about to give money to my own show.
Yeah.
That would just be silly. That's just a joke at Nate because he donates to the Patreon for Steam Machine, but he does that for me, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, Nate. I love you, buddy.
Nate's the best.
Nate's the man.
Even though he doesn't subscribe to our Patreon.
He does not. He straight up told me, he said, I already subscribed to ours. I'm not subscribing to Yazpods too. I was like, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess just other than that, dude, just music. I've been just doing music and trying to play some games. We are doing the Trails in the Sky SC right now, second chapter, which is great. Having a good time with that. We're in the middle right now. We're doing a short game in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is a short hike is what Nate chose for that. He chose to go ahead and use his host pick instead of using a short game. So that way, like, whenever we do the next Trails episode, then it'll be Willie's pick and things will be back on course.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, man, it's been a weird couple weeks for me. Ups and downs. Good ups though. Good ups, but some like bad downs.
Oh yeah.
Some bad downs. One thing I wanted to talk about, man, was I don't know if you've ever had to deal with this, but I know you're a writer and like you like to think about like directing and writing and things like that. To do some of the songs that I've done, I've really had to like pick at some scabs.
Yeah.
Open up some old wounds to like channel that shit. You know what I mean? Mikhailov, Team Retrogue, shout out Team Retrogue under the TSMP banner. Go check him out over on YouTube. He wrote me, or he put in our Discord, he was like, dude, this song, Dope Fiend. He's like, I can hear the emotion in your voice. He's like, this is really good. And I'm like, yeah, it's because like by the end of that song, like recording it and stuff, I was like fighting back tears because it's real shit. You know, when I said in that song, in the second verse, I saw the hate in your oldest eyes for her own mom. And when you're old, indeed, if you make it that far, I sure hope that you enjoy being alone because those kids see exactly the way you are. And bitch, for that, you'll never atone.
Yeah.
Like, I used to see the way her daughter would look at her mom when her mom was fucking wasted on alcohol and pills and just the disdain in her eyes. And I just would look at her like, I am so sorry. Like, I am trying to get your mom to quit doing this. And I did get her to quit. And then she dumped me and then went right back to it. So like, you know, that is what it is. But it was some real shit. Doing the Mehgan song wasn't easy because it was just reliving that shit that I just got over. You know what I mean? I've been having a lot more fun with some of the other songs. And what's fucked up is like I sit down, I find a beat, and I'm like, man, this beat sounds pretty good. And then I try to write to it, and I'm like, man, I just can't come up with something thugging. You know what I mean? Like, this is not my style. I did write a rap earlier that was like a fast rap, but I want to write like a club banger. Can't do it. Other than like I did that song Last Dance. Yeah. You said you wanted to write a verse to. I'm waiting on it, by the way. I'm still waiting.
I need the beat.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You have to send me the beat so I can try to put something together.
Yeah, I got you. I'll pop that over to you. But man, the damnedest thing, like, I'll find a beat and be like, this sounds like it could be a love song. And an hour later, I have a love song. Like, it just flows out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, surely I cannot have an entire album full of these. Like, I've got to have more than that. But I've got a decent amount of them. They're doing well on TikTok, though, so I'm not going to complain.
Yep, just stick at it.
Like I said, I'm just going to keep at it and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the album done and out and all that jazz. So brother.
Yeah.
Moving on from what we've been up to during the week, we don't really have much to talk about. Let's go ahead and do the 2 listener questions, but then I have something for us to do before we get out of here.
Well, I was going to say, I do want to say R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman. Paul Rubens died today.
He died? Some kid from fucking the show Euphoria died, and Sinead O'Connor died recently, so it's like, goddamn.
Yeah, that one kind of caught me by surprise, because like he apparently had cancer and he kept it private. So
I mean, dude, I feel like that's what I would do.
Yeah,
I mean, no offense to you listeners or anything, but like if I got like there are times like I tell people, I'm like, dude, I don't know, I feel like I have like colon cancer or stomach cancer, something weird that's going on in my insides because of things that I deal with. But I just haven't been to the doctor about it because I'm stubborn. And it's like, I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, listen, if it's killing me, I don't want to know about it. Just let it kill me.
Yep.
I know that sucks for everyone listening, but that's just, it is what it is. Because if I know about it, I'm going to worry about it. If I don't know about it, I will never think about it, and it's just going to kill me one day.
Yeah. So, not the same topic, but I've met Diana's kids, and we were sitting down eating ice cream tonight after the baseball stuff, and
they said you look like you have cancer.
I mentioned the podcast, and they were like, her oldest is like 16. He perked up and he was like, "You do a podcast?" I was like, "Not for you." I was like, "This is very much an adult show. None of you are allowed to listen to it."
Hit us up in 2 years, kid. You can guess when you're 18.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, no, not for you guys.
Hey, kid, now that you're 18, tell us about your first piece of trim. How was it? Yeah. When was it? Your mom won't listen to this, we promise.
Oh, he got caught making out with a chick in church, so.
Yeah.
That was her idea, apparently, so, yeah.
Listen, tell him to get back to me when he gets a foot job in a truck outside of a church. But making out's a good start.
Trying to think if I ever did anything in the church. I think if anything, it was probably just kissing, but I don't remember.
I finger blasted a girl in gym class once.
I finger blasted a girl in the backseat of her mom's van while she was driving me home.
Yeah.
That was in middle school. Man.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah.
All right, so our two... let me see the dates on these. Okay, so there's talk of narc. So what's something you can say during sex? No, we did that one. All right. What are your targeted ads? This comes in from Kana. What are your targeted ads? For some reason, Kana's lately have been fake weed and the not fun but legal Amanita muscaria mushrooms. They're a deliriant, not a psychedelic, by the way. Not good.
I have been getting concerts because I've been buying a lot of concert tickets lately. So I get like all the concert ads. Fucking Temu. I'll be so glad when that shit goes the way of the fucking dodo. Like, I mean, because it used to be wish.com and now it's fucking Temu, and that shit, I just can't wait for it to go away. And then like F1 shit, sports shit, stuff like that. Dalton's is for gay porn and butt plugs.
My targeted ads are mostly it'll be like random products.
Yeah.
Because like I'm always clicking and looking at different things, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw something that I just thought was gorgeous, and I was like, dude, I'll get that for Brandy for her birthday. So I'm not going to say what it is because she listens to this show now, but
yeah,
I'll tell you off air. So you can throw up from the cheesy mushiness.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I get ads for like things like that now. I also get ads for AI sex bot games for some reason. I guess because I watch porn on my phone.
Yeah, you play those games. You know you do.
No, dude. So here's the thing with those games: if they actually showed stuff, then yeah, I'd play them.
Yeah,
because I'll play a visual novel that shows titties all day on the fucking computer. But none of the phone games show shit.
Do you remember those creepy ass like flash games where it's like, take this girl's clothes off and finger bang her, but you can't wake her up or you'll lose?
Yeah,
like that's fucking creepy as shit in retrospect.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucking rape simulator on Flash.
What was it, like Orgasm? I think it was called Orgasm Girl.
I think so, yeah.
And it was on like E-Bombs and Newgrounds World. Yeah, you had to make her come without waking her up.
Yeah.
Some straight Revenge of the Nerds level rapery.
That is 100% rape. And then
man, what the fuck were we talking about? You threw me off talking about rape.
Of fucking strip poker games from back in the day. Strip blackjack, all of that shit. Where it's just literally just pictures of some girl in various states of undress.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those fucking little fucking flash photos of
yeah. So you went around, and then all of a sudden her dress is gone, and she's just like in her bra and panties. Yeah.
Other targeted ads are usually like plugins for
plugins.
Audio stuff, like guitar tones, Vocaloids, things like that. I see a lot of that as well.
It's too bad that like Glade used that plug it in, because that'd have been a great slogan for butt plugs.
For a butt plug? Yeah, I agree.
Plug it in. Plug it in, come again. Yeah.
Yeah, see? I'm all about them fucking catchy little hooks and shit, you know what I'm saying, dawg? Anyway,
I wonder if they make like double-ended butt plugs so you can just lock together like a fucking set of dogs.
I mean, couples who plug together, chug together, I guess. I don't fucking...
Like, I'm just thinking, like, if you fucking butt plugged together and then you just, like, were able to bend your cock down and get it in there.
Dude, well, no, I was just thinking the same thing, and I'm thinking that could work. So you bend your cock and you put your dick in her first, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys kind of like maneuver, like you're going to have to work it like a hinge.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to lean forward and she's going to have to put that shit into your ass. And then you're going to have to slowly hinge back until she can then work it into her butt. So then you have butt plug to butt plug insertion in both assholes, and your dick is then in her. And then like there's nowhere for the cum to go but in at that point. So like you're not pulling out. You got to have a girl that you are ready to have a child with, or you better be wearing a rubber that is strong.
Yeah.
Because
either way, you're probably going to do some yoga first, because it sounds like it's going to be very complicated.
Or throw your fucking back out. Make it a fucking party, son.
Yeah. Imagine you both throw your backs out and then you have to call the fucking 911, get an ambulance out there. Your fucking butt plug locked together like a fucking set of hound dogs. They're like, what the fuck is going on in here? Man, trying something new.
We're the coolest Chinese finger trap you've ever seen. Let us the fuck out of here. I got some lube in the drawer next to my bed. Just go grab it and just like squirt a bunch of it on our assholes. We'll be fine.
They just like paramedic grabs each of you by the shoulders and just pulls. And you just hear. You
hear the pop, but it would be like it would be like breaking a wishbone. Yeah. Like whoever's acid sticks in the person that had a hold on them, be like, "Oh, I get a wish!
I get a wish!" Meanwhile, you're sitting there going, "Oh my ass! Oh!"
Oh my god. Okay, so Adam's question is: we only got 2 questions this week. Yeah. Adam's question is: if you could eat one thing from a cartoon, what would it be? And this meme that he posted, its answer is Daphne's ass from Scooby-Doo. And I do not disagree.
I'm going to say Mrs. Incredible's ass from The Incredibles.
Mrs. Incredible's ass. So here's the thing, too. Like, Mrs. Incredibles, she's like older. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, those older women, like, you get with a girl that's like 18, 19. Like, let's be real. Yeah, they're hot. Yeah. But most of those chicks like don't know how to wash properly yet. They don't properly take care of themselves. But you get you a girl that's like 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Whoo, that's where it's at.
Yep.
That's where it's at. So like, yeah.
And they're more appreciative. 18-year-old hot chicks don't give a fuck. They can fuck whoever they want.
Yeah. Yeah. You look an 18-year-old in the eyes and say, "You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my entire life." And they're going to look at you and be like, "You're 30, you creepy fuck. Why are you saying that to me?"
They're going to be like, looking at their phone going like, "What? What did you say?"
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah, thanks.
Let me post this Instagram.
But you say that to a woman that's like over 30, like, "Hey, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in the entire world."
She's like, "Don't let me suck your dick."
Maybe not quite. But they're more appreciative about it, for sure. Though, if who I tell that to all the time wants to suck my dick, by all means, I'm just saying. I'm just going to throw that out there. So anyway, my legit answer for this question would be anything from Food Wars. Shokugeki no Soma, anything from that show.
Mine? I wonder if you can guess mine. I don't think you can because it's pretty obscure.
From a cartoon?
Yes.
Garfield's lasagna.
God damn, how did you fucking know that?
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah!
Like, that's fairly obscure, but that shit looked fucking good.
I know that because, like, one of your favorite things to eat is that fucking lasagna you make, motherfucker. Yeah. So it was just process of elimination.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you hate Mondays? You're kind of like a lazy cat.
Actually, Monday's my day off right now, so I don't mind Mondays so much.
Man. Hey, I was off today, too. Yay.
That or the pizza from the Ninja Turtles cartoon. That shit always looked really good.
Bro.
That gooey ass fucking
pizza cheese.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch.
So yeah, that would be my answer.
So I have this thing. This is going to be a new segment for a little bit, okay?
You know what we didn't do? Songs
of the week. Oh shit, son!
I have one. If you don't,
all right. What's your song of the week? Let me think for a second.
Mine. Let me look up the person who sings it. It's called Rat, but the A has like 2 dots above it or something. Yeah, but it's by Penelope Scott. I don't know who Penelope Scott is, but this is a diss track on Elon Musk, and it's fucking great. I love it.
Okay. My song of the week is Maroon 5, "Something to Believe In."
Pretty good song.
I think that's the name of that song, right? Give me something to believe in, 'cause I don't believe in you anymore. Right?
Sounds about right.
I think that's the name of that song. Anyway, that song is catchy as fuck. So, Brian, when you're adding it to the Pod playlist on Spotify, that is what I would need, sir. Is that song? Wake up with bloodshot eyes, struggle to realize the wind fell between your thighs, that pleasure that made you cry. Feels so good to be bad, not worth the aftermath. After that, I try to get you back. So good, bro.
So yeah, check those two songs out. Like I said, Rat is, you'd probably like it. It's kind of folksy, but it's so good.
When I hear Rat, I think two things. I think Rats by Ghost.
Oh yeah.
And then I also think of Round and Round. My
What
love will find a way,
just
give it time.
No, this song is like one of my favorite lines from it. She's like, fuck your tunnels, fuck your cars, fuck your rockets, fuck your cars again. But it's basically her saying how like he had all the tools to make the world a better place, and he just became a shitty rich person like everybody else.
A typical rich guy.
Yeah. So what's your new idea?
So this new segment that we're going to be doing until we run out of these are the best dirty questions to ask a guy. All right. There are 150 of these questions according to marriage.com. So we're going to break this up into segments. We're obviously not going to do 150 sitting here right now. But I have this page bookmarked. And we're going to go through this whole thing, even if these questions are awful. And if it's a fun segment and people like it, we'll find other things to do like this. Number one, and I'm going to have to reword some of these because these are written from the perspective of a woman asking. So, Dear Yabs Pod. That's what we're going to call. That's the name of this segment. Like Dear Abby.
Pod.
Dear Yabs Pod.
I'm down.
So if you want to write in Dear Yabs Pod questions, what is it? Yazpod@gmail.com. Yet another bspod@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah. Write us in. Sorry, dude. I picked the worst time to throw that fucking mic in my mouth. All right. First question. Dear Yabs Pod. We're going to do like the Amanda show. Dear Yabs Pod. That's me.
That's me.
Kisses or hugs? Which one turns you on the most?
Turns me on? Kisses, for sure.
Kisses all day. I love a hug. There is nothing better than just a long, warm embrace.
But a hug is more platonic.
But as far as being turned on, nah, dude, we start kissing.
A fucking sloppy ass makeout session gets my fucking dick hard.
That's when the dick starts getting hard. Yeah, 100%.
I know because I've been doing a lot of them lately, and my dick gets hard every time.
Let me quote Jezza from 6-7 months ago. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 2. Do you like it when a girl bites your lips or your tongue?
The bottom lip thing is kind of hot. Like, I do it to girls a lot, and they seem to really like it. But, like, yeah, where you, like, sort of bite their bottom lip softly and kind of pull on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
And when they do that to me, it's kind of hot. But, like, I don't know, it's hotter when I do it to them.
I don't know, man. I love when a girl bites my lip. I don't want her to bite my tongue.
No, that seems
don't
weird.
bite my tongue.
Like, that seems
you can lick
like
my tongue all you want.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be awkward as fuck to, like, bite someone's tongue.
I've had girls, like, we're kissing and they will vacuum suction my tongue into their mouth.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, oh, this feels weird.
It's like, I bet you get great head.
And then they don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've talked about that on the show. Head is a complicated thing. You would think it's very simple. It's not simple at all.
Yeah, and again, I do not mean this as a brag, but like my dick is thick enough that teeth are an issue.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the time. And it's like, I mean, if I could just have a hand job, that'd be sweet.
Dude,
or if I just can know that you can open your mouth wide enough.
A fucking old fashioned is always good.
Everybody loves an old fashioned dog. A little crank at the top. Yes, sir. So number 3, how long do you like foreplay to last? Now, personally, bro, I'll eat a pussy for an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like I will go at it just fingering and eating a pussy and making that girl come over and over and over and over and over. So foreplay can last as long as she wants it to. It bothers me not.
Exactly. And I'll start like, if I know we're fucking that night, dude, the foreplay is gonna be all day. Be fucking making out, neck kissing, rubbing on the outside of the pants and shit. And yeah, like I tell Diane, I'm like, yeah, I gotta keep the fucking engine primed so it's ready to go when it's time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Gotta keep that diesel engine going.
But I always say, if she has not had an orgasm before you stick your dick in her, you're not doing your job as a man.
Yep. Yeah.
You got to get at least one out.
At least.
Yeah.
Got to suck on that pussy for a while. So, number 4, do you prefer quickies or long, lazy lovemaking? I think that depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation, yeah.
What do I prefer? I prefer to take my time with it.
Yeah. Because I want her to die from multiple orgasms. So, yeah. Now, like, if I'm jacking off, like 2-3 minutes, yeah. Because it's about getting a nut. Sex is not about getting a nut. So, yeah.
Number 5. What is the most erotic scene that you have ever watched in a movie?
I gotta think about that one.
Okay, well, I have an answer.
Okay.
And it's strictly for the implied sexualness of it, because vampires don't actually have sex. But the scene in Queen of the Damned where Akasha and Lestat are in that rose petal covered towel and Deftones Change in the House of Flies is playing.
Yeah.
And they're like kissing each other's neck. And then the song kicks in at the same time as she bites him in the nipple and starts sucking blood from his chest and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then she pulls her top, and then it goes into this cool like fade in and out of like vampire violence and these two fucking in a bed. And they wake up the next day and there are just bodies everywhere because they went on a fucking rampage in this bloodlust, sexual fueled. Oh, it's so hot, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies. I love it. I love it so much.
So I can't think of something off the top of my head. I got a few things that I could throw out there, like Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. Pretty hot.
Good choice.
The fucking scene in, I guess it sounds kind of weird, but like the scene in American Beauty where the chick's like in the fucking, all the roses and fried chicken and shit's falling on her.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know Mina Suarez was of age when she did that movie, but her character's not.
Her character's not, yeah. It's weird. Trying to think of anything else. Because I know there's a couple where I've just been like, man, I kind of want to go jerk off now. But I can't think of it off the top of my head. So.
Okay. Number 6. We'll go through 10 today. Yeah. Do you prefer your girl to be naked or in lingerie when you first come into the room?
So this is tricky. I'm going to say neither. I'm going to say I like her to be in her clothes because I feel like part of the foreplay is like stripping down. But if I had to choose between those two, I'm going to go naked because I feel like lingerie is an expensive waste.
Okay.
I feel like lingerie is more for her than it is for me.
I appreciate some lingerie, dog. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I have been in Brandy's bedroom when she is folding clothes and like she's just been like putting stuff away and shown me things that she has. And I am just like, oh, Jesus Christ, please let me see you in that. For God's sakes. So I don't mind lunch, but then again, like, we're just walking into a room and the girl's laying on the bed naked, like, take me.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know. That's a hard question for me. I'm gonna have to go with a coin flip.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for that. But I will say, there's something really sexy to me about a girl just in her pajamas, just comfy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, t-shirt, no bra.
Or yeah,
pajama pants or pajama
t-shirt.
shorts, no panties.
She's wearing my t-shirt and a pair of panties. Like, that's hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck. All right, so up next, what is the hottest makeout session that you've ever had? I got two that jumped in my mind. Two very different instances.
So I'm gonna go pretty recent. The first time I kissed Diana, we ended up in the backseat of the car making out for like 90 minutes. It was pretty fucking nice.
That's a good little session there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
So I got two instances. One when I was younger and one more recent. Which one you want first?
Start young.
Start young. All right. I was at a party one time. It was me. I think it was me and Brandy. We went over. Actually, yeah, I know it for a fact. It was at least me and her. We went over to my friend Rachel's house where there was this party going on. And somehow, at some point, me, Brandy, and Rachel, all drunk, ended up in Rachel's bedroom, door shut. It was just us in there, right?
Yeah.
And I just became Mr. Confidence for some reason, because I had some alcohol in me, liquid confidence. I grabbed Rachel and just started making out with her. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Brandy doing things to the top of her pants.
Yeah.
Right? And I hear, damn, that's fucking hot. To which I immediately stopped kissing Rachel and looked at Brandy and grabbed her and pulled her over and was just going to start kissing her too. Like, bro, I was like, no, if this is ever going to happen, this is happening right now. This is going to happen right now. Brandy stops me. She stops me and goes, hold on. It's Rachel's choice. And she looks at Rachel and goes, Rachel, I can either make out with him, and you know how bad he wants to kiss me, or I can make out with you, but it's up to you. And Rachel looks at me and looks back at Brandy and looks back at me and just goes, sorry, Dalton. And they start making out.
Nice.
And I'm like, I mean, I could be mad about this, but I'm not.
See,
so I just started I was just rubbing my hands on them, both of them, while they were kissing. And then we went on, and then we fucked off and went back to the party. Like, then nothing ever happened of it. But I was like, dude, I am not missing the opportunity to at least try.
I say, dude, you should have fucking just pulled your dick out, started jerking off.
I told you about the one time I did that. It worked.
Yeah. It
like the
fucking
one time.
always works.
I'm keeping that record.
It always works.
No. Dude, I fucking promise you.
I have
the situation that I'm dealing with right now, whipping my dick
rate.
out would not work.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about then. Drunk.
You're talking about that situation specifically.
It would have fucking worked.
Gotcha.
Every time I've been in that kind of scenario and I've just whipped my dick out, it's worked. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I don't know. That might have made things weird these days. So everything happens for a reason. But at the same time, I feel you, dog.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I did try, though.
You could have at least fucked Rachel.
Oh, I've fucked Rachel plenty of times.
Oh, there you go.
It was more so the other one that I was. Yeah, I fucked Rachel plenty. That's a whole fucking podcast is me and Rachel, bro. We should do that one day. That'd be real therapeutic for me. For me and Rachel from beginning to end. It would be a whole podcast. But the other one was me and Mehgan. When me and Mehgan first started hanging out, and you were hounding me about not fucking her for reasons we won't get into on the show. So I didn't. We didn't. But we didn't even kiss that first night. And it was so hard. Figuratively and literally. Yeah. Because we're in the back of my truck. She's wearing nothing but her little shorts. And I'm laying there, my face firmly laying on her titties. And I'm like, I looked at her, I was like, I want to kiss you so bad right now. She's like, I know, I want to kiss you too, but we can't. Right? That fucking moment, I don't think it was that time, but I think it was the next time she came over. It was like we were sitting there and we were laying in the bed, and she just kissed me. And it was on like Donkey Kong. And we just sat there and just fucking made out. Like, I think I was like pre-coming in my pants because I was so fucking ready to just give her my all. And, yeah, I don't remember if we did it that night. I remember, I don't know if I ever talked about this on the show. So, because I didn't want you to know at the time. Yeah. Sorry. So there was a moment.
I knew about it, even though y'all didn't tell me.
There was a well, yeah, because you'd be messaging both of us, and then we just went radio silent. You're like, uh-huh.
Oh no, Mehgan told Ostara, and Ostara told me.
Oh, that. What?
So, I told y'all not to do it, so neither of you would tell me. And I want credit, because I've not once said I told you so about that. Not once.
Oh, fuck you. That's you saying you told you so, saying that you didn't. Fuck you, Jeremy.
I never did it then because you were emotionally compromised, and I don't want to be like, I fucking told you not to do it, but I told you not to.
It's fair. It's fair. I can't say anything. I have told people, I haven't told them I told you so, but I did very much tell people, like, hey, you're making a bad decision here, and they didn't listen to me, and then they came back to me and like, please don't tell me. Yep. I told you so. And I'm like, okay, so I won't. So I did. Yep.
I never did till this point.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I respected your feelings.
But, man, she was in my bed completely fucking naked. And I am like face just as far away from my microphone as my face is right now. Yeah. I was from her pussy, just looking at it like, damn, this motherfucker looks good. And I'm just like... just taking it in, because there's something about a woman sent to me, like when I'm into her, that when that shit gets into my nose, I become not to be like worded like, oh, I'm Mr. Macho. No, I become like a fucking rabid animal. Yeah. And I'm like, I need this. And then I take what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But like, man, that first makeout session though, bro, was so intense and passionate. It was awesome.
Yep.
So, number 8. Do you prefer stockings with a garter belt or pantyhose?
Stockings and a garter belt. If we have to choose.
I think it depends.
I feel like our generation has killed pantyhose. Like, women don't wear that shit anymore.
Boy, AEW has done the wrestling what pantyhose did to finger fucking. Put a stop to that. I don't mind either. I am a knee-high sock guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know me. Like, I'm the weirdo who likes girls' feet. So, like, I've even told Brandy this before. I'm like, listen, I know you want me to rub your feet later. Or, like, you know, I ask her to let me rub them. I'm like, but wear socks. I was like, there's something hot about sliding them off to then reveal. It's kind of like taking a girl's shirt off for the, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. It's, to me, because I'm a weirdo.
I'll say not for me, but if that does it for you, cool.
Yeah, and I get it. It's not everyone's bag. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I like knee highs. Like, I love knee highs. But if I had to choose between pantyhose and stockings with a garter belt, probably gonna go stockings with the garter belt.
It's just as well. It's just hotter. Especially if wearing a little mini skirt. That shit's fucking hot.
And I love me some fishnets.
Oh yeah.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Number 9. Do you like the lights on when you have sex?
I don't mind either way, but I do like having some light because I want to see shit. I want to see them titties. I want to see that pussy. Yeah. But yeah.
So I don't mind light. I don't want like every light in the room on. I mean, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. I'm not going to complain. You know what I'm saying?
I will say,
but like, I don't want to be in complete darkness either.
It's something hotter about having just like ambient light versus having just like the overhead light in the room on.
Yeah, like the TV
like
on,
candles or something like that. Yeah,
yeah, or like you know, like the bathroom light on or something that's just like shining in, so you just have like the background lighting. to where you get those glints and glimmers.
Yeah, so it's like just enough light where you can kind of see some stuff.
All right, so this next one, we'll do a couple more because this next one's probably going to be a short answer for us.
All right.
Number 10, what do you or do you have a favorite sex toy?
Yes.
What is it?
I'm just going to say yes. I'm just going to leave it at that.
You're just going to say yes?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite sex toy for me, I don't have one personally. I've got a stroker, but it's not like a quality one, so it's just okay. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that that's my favorite. My favorite one for a girl, though, dude, I love sticking a butt plug in a girl's ass, dude. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. It's a thing. And I also love those little bullets that they have that vibrate.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, like, I love like smashing a girl doggy style from behind, and I take that little bullet and put it between my finger, my middle finger and my ring finger, and then reach up under her and put that shit right on her clit while I'm fucking tearing it. Bro, that's the way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I also thought that this list would bring us back to classic Yabs Pod debauchery, and it sure has so far. So I'm
so good.
What is your favorite form of foreplay? Dude, eating pussy.
Eating pussy all day long.
All day. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. I would eat pussy with nothing in return.
Yep. I've
just
done
just
that
let
before.
me eat your pussy. Let me lick it, and I'll jack off later thinking about it. Like,
yep.
That's all I need.
I had a girl come over just for me to eat her pussy because she said she's never came more than once. She never came from getting eaten out. So I made her do both of those things. I was like, you want to fuck? She's like, no, not really. I was like, okay, cool. She got dressed and left. Like, yeah, no. I just fucking enjoy doing it.
Okay, and the final one for tonight. Now, remember this, listeners. Help us out here. We're at 12. This is 12. So we got 138 more to go.
Yeah.
Do you like to get in the shower with your girl?
Yes, but not to fuck. Shower sex is overrated.
Yes and no. I think it depends on height variance and things like that. But for the most part, yeah, shower sex can be rough.
Like, water doesn't make it lubed up. It dries it out. Like, it's just not good. I will say, though, and this might be more for me because I have long hair, so it takes me longer to wash my hair and condition my hair and stuff. Yeah. There have been times where I'm, like, leaning back and I'm, like, got my eyes closed because I'm washing or conditioning my hair, and all of a sudden I feel my dick being sucked. Yeah. That's always awesome. That'd be pretty cool, yeah. But, yeah, trying to actually, like, have sex in the shower, unless you've got a decently big shower where there's room to maneuver. Yeah. Dude, I used to, like, when I was dating this girl, Mavis, back in the day, and we would be taking a shower together and we'd want to fuck, I would just, like, take her out of the shower and lay her onto the bathroom floor where I've got the rugs laid out, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's not super cold. And we would fuck right there. Yep. I'd come, and then we'd get back in the shower and clean up. Yep. No, I like to have, like not all the time, but every now and then get in the shower with her and like wash each other's backs and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's more of there's something intimate. Yeah, more of an intimacy thing than just fucking in the shower. There's something intimate about bathing each other. Now, and then, like, me and my ex fucked in her parents' hot tub. That was pretty hot. Yeah, I can imagine a hot tub would be nice. I've fucked in a pool before. Me and my ex-wife, before we got married, we went to visit her parents, and we got a hotel room, and it had like a big, like, jacuzzi tub where you could put like 4 adults in this tub, and we fucked like every single night. I don't know what it was about that tub, but it was a fucking aphrodisiac. So tub, yes. Shower, no. Yeah. But I do enjoy showering with my girl, though. Yeah. Like you said, there's something intimate about it. Yeah. I would prefer if she lets me wash my ass before she gets in there. Yeah, that's nice. Like, let me do that. I'll wash everything else in front of you. Let me dig up in my ass and get that shit clean while you're not. No, you just got to bend over, spread your cheeks, and let her do it for you. And then she's going to be like, well, what if I don't wash my... I'm like, no. I'll wash your ass. Yeah. You have a beautiful woman's ass. I will clean it. I will make sure it is sparkly because I want to stick my tongue in it later. Yeah. I have like, as soon as we get out of the shower. Man ass.
Yeah. You don't want none of this ass.
Yeah, nah.
But I want all of that ass.
Exactly.
Which reminds me of one line from one of the songs I wrote that I got written to about by Adam.
Yeah.
Adam goes, "That's why I call it my juicy apple. I want to bite it, drink from your pussy like a Snapple." Bro, that's tremendous. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's just I was trying to think of what rhymed with apple. And I was like, well, Snapple's delicious and juicy. It works. Anyway, bro, you're tired. Yeah. I can tell. Let's wrap this motherfucker up so I can go get some food. You can get to sleep. And I can dread going to work tomorrow.
Me too.
Hoping I get to see Brandy this Wednesday, though. I haven't seen her in over a week. And it's between missing her and missing that little girl, dude. Like, I'm like, fucking A, dude. I need a hug.
Oh, yeah.
So if you would like to send us an email, you want to get into Dear Yabs Pod, it's yet another vspod@gmail.com. You want to check us out over on Facebook. If you want to, we're never on there. Facebook.com/groups/yet another BS podcast. You want to check us out over on X. You can find us at YabsPod.
Just don't
you can
do
find it. You can find Jeremy at Expletive Deleted. You can find me at Super Nerd Dalton. There actually might be an account called Expletive Deleted. So it's actually at Just Call Me Jezza, but he doesn't use it. You can find me at Super Nerd Dalton sometimes. You want to check out our website, which is up to date, thanks to one of our wonderful community members and patrons, Dane. Yabspod.wordpress.com. And if you would like to donate to the show, it would mean an absolute shitload. Patreon.com/YabsPod. $1 a month supports the show. You get all the episodes early and ad free. You also get your name read out on each and every episode of the show. And and if you donate $5 or more, you also get all the extra episodes and stuff with a special shout out to these wonderful people: Jeff, Kana, Mehgan, Team Retrogue, Ostara, Brian, and Adam. Thank you very, very much. We do appreciate you all. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on, my good sir? This is actually a short one for us.
Bro, I never noticed how long and gankly my second and third toes are.
Probably good for climbing.
Probably.
I believe they call those monkey toes. So you could probably scale a tree.
They're fucking weird.
Are you high?
No.
That's some high shit.
No, they're
that's
just
some
weird.
Man, I did some shrooms earlier, and man, my fingers look fucking cool.
I did some ayahuasca, and man, I got fucking monkey toes now.
I think it was Brandy that told me that she did some shrooms and then just stared at the back of her hands for a while.
Hey, I'm going to show you.
That'll happen.
I know you.
Well, on that note, while you're doing that,
you're into feet.
Girls' feet, guys' feet absolutely disgust me. On that note, for Jeremy, I'm Dalton, and as always, guys, take it easy.
You know, I always tell you that you are a goddess to behold. And that ain't no lie, girl. Your smile could light up the world. You know, it's kind of funny. I said I was gonna sit down and I'll write another love song. And here I am writing about you again. Just like every time I say I'm gonna write one and pick up my pen, it's always you. The one I've seen in my dreams for damn near my whole life. The one that I give everything, the one who gives my step and spring, the only one in the whole world that I would do damn near anything just to hold close to me at night and feel your skin pressed up to mine, dozing off at each other's arms. Baby, we'll sleep good tonight. Press your lips to mine. Feel the jolts of energy, that's our souls being entwined. We are now one entity and soon we'll be divine. Giving into ecstasy, my heart belongs to thine. And now your heart belongs to me. you do without me, and I'd be lost without you. I have never loved another woman quite the way that I love you, girl. If I would give you it all, baby, the moon, the stars, and the whole world, just for one night, just for one kiss, just to know the taste of your lips, to feel your embrace into the night, for the rest of my life. It just feels right. Don't be afraid, 'cause I'm scared too. But you don't know what you do without me, and I'd be lost without you. Don't be afraid, baby, I'm scared too. But you don't know what you do without me, and I'd be lost without you.
JP.
Baby, you don't deserve to be anyone's second guess. And if it takes my whole life to show you I'll do my best. A strong breeze over the cold valley, a first kiss happening in the back alley. They dilly-dally, both nervous to make the first move. His hand touches her face and they both know soon that this could be the night, the time that the stars align. And she's giving those eyes, saying what if it ruins something fine. He tells her she's his dime, but if she needs more time, then he'll just keep holding her hand, walking this fine line they call love. Baby, you don't deserve to be anyone's second guess. And if it takes my whole life to show you I'll do my best. I just know all the pain you've seen, some things you've been through just seem like the worst dreams. But I promise as long as I'm around, I will keep the seams closed that are wanting to split, letting out the oppressiveness that has you laying on the couch obsessing over this overwhelming feeling that you failed. And why you even try, I hate to know that your heart was broken so many motherfucking times. And I just know in those moments you can always call on me, and I will be there for you every time. 'Cause baby, don't you see that you're my favorite girl, and I would give you every fucking thing just to hold my hand and walk me through this life spring to spring. But I know you're scared, you don't wanna lose me just like all the rest. And I can say this with confidence from the heart inside my chest, that when it comes to being in your me, I'm presence, I am blessed. And all those other dudes are fucking morons for giving up the best woman ever. Baby, you don't deserve to be anyone's second guess. And if it takes my whole life to show you I'll do my best. Baby, you don't deserve to be anyone's second guess. And if it takes my whole life to show you I'll do my best.
JP.
I know you're not old enough to understand yet, but one day you'll realize just how special you are, kid.